Good day. This is Christina Cormier with Seed Yoga, and I wanted to take a moment to address a few really great questions that I got from the Stockpile video that I shared. So I'm calling this Stockpile Take 2, and the first thing I want to talk about is the veggie scraps themselves. The variety of what you use is really up to you. There isn't really a limit to what can be included. Most vegetable matter is okay. I try to steer clear of things like cucumbers, just a personal preference. As far as herbs, I also steer clear of really strong herbs like rosemary and cilantro, but I do use basil and thyme. I even use the stems from basil and thyme if I've used the leaves in my cooking and I have stems left over. I'll put those in the stockpile also. They add a great depth to your stock. As far as where to keep the veggie scraps, you can keep them in the fridge. I'll give you about a week in the fridge depending on the condition of the veggie scraps as you put them into your storage container. I choose to keep mine in the freezer. I find that I can keep mine for up to a month in the freezer and the veggies still stay pretty fresh. I just keep them in a gallon Ziploc bag, and by the time the bag's full, that's time to make stock for me. A note on the liquid that you add to the veggie scraps. Once you've collected your veggie scraps, you're going to add a large quantity of water. The water should be filtered or purified somehow. I would not personally use regular tap water unless it was filtered. Again, that is your personal preference, your stock, your choice. The last thing is storage. Before you store, actually, quick note, you want to strain the stock. So I use a metal strainer or a cheesecloth to pour the stock once it's cooled through into another container so that I have just the liquid. It helps the stock to keep longer and you don't have the particles floating around in your veggie stock later. And then once I've strained all the veggie matter out of the veggie stock, I'll store it in containers in the freezer. Again, you can keep it in the fridge for a couple days up to a week depending again on the condition of the vegetables before you put them into the stock. And I keep mine in the freezer again up to a month, and it's really quick to pop out and put into your favorite dishes. You can even use it in rice. Anything that you would use water in to cook, you can throw this vegetable stock in for an added depth and added nutrition. So continue to ask questions. Tell me about your stock. What veggies are your favorite to include? And let's keep sharing.